And good evening, everyone, from Chapmanville Regional High School. The first round of the Region 4, Section 2, Class AA sectional tournament begins in just a few minutes as the number 4 seed, Mingo Central Miners, take on the number 5 seed, Man Hillbillies. Joe Linville, Nathan Bush here to bring you all the action of high school basketball tonight. And Nathan, first of all, it's an exciting time of the year, but number 2, I think between seeds 3 through 6, you could just about throw a blanket over them or put them in a bottle and shake them up. And ever who plays the best, obviously, is going to come out on top. But I think any of these teams could beat any other team on any given night.
Well, and Joe, we look at this section, and it's talked about all the time of how tough this section is, and this is the last year of it for a couple of years in this and the way it's laid out going to next year with the 4-class system. But, we've dissected, we've talked about all these teams, all these games, and we've watched them all year. The talking's all over with. Tonight's the night where it's time to settle the score here in Chapmanville. 2 games back-to-back. You and I will be here for both of those. We're kicking it off with Man and Mingo Central. And if you look at the schedule, Man has played Mingo Central twice this year. Once at Mingo Central, the Hillbillies fell to the Miners 67-57. And then again, they lined up to face them at home where they lost 78-71. So the Hillbillies are 0-2 this season against the Miners. The Hillbillies only have 5 losses for the entire year, 2 of those to Mingo Central. So I look at this game as Man's got revenge on the mind, and Mingo Central the past few games have slipped just a little bit. So this should be a very, very interesting ball game.
Mingo Central ends up the season 11 wins and 10 losses, 5 of those coming in the last 5 games.
Absolutely.
I don't know what's happened to the Miners, but they have fell off the wagon.
This was a Miners team, Joe, that lost to Logan only by 2 at Logan. Right. They played them very tough and very close, but then towards the end of the year, it just seemed like the wheels came off.
Let's quickly take a look at this Region 4, Section 2, how the seedings came out. Chapmanville, number 1, Logan, number 2, Scott, number 3, Mingo Central, number 4, Man, number 5, and Lincoln County, number 6. Looking ahead at that second game, Lincoln County actually started off the season on a bang, lost one of their key players, and then they've had to regroup. But Coach Rodney Plumley has got that team realigned, and I think they'll shine tonight against the Skyhawks. It should be 2 very competitive games tonight.
Absolutely should be, Joe. I'm looking forward to them. And, while we're here, we'll go ahead and look at our Logan Regional Medical Center keys to the game. And I think for the Man Hillbillies to win this ball game tonight, Joe, they got to make shots because that's where the Hillbillies live and die is the jump shot. They have to come in, they have to start fast to get out ahead and make shots and try to turn Mingo Central over because that's what the Hillbillies can do. They can force you to turn the ball over. On the other side for the Miners, they've got to find a way to get their offense back rolling because here they have lost 5 games and some to some teams that you wouldn't have expected to see them lose, and that hurt them big time in the standings. May have cost them the 3 seed, Joe, coming into this tournament. It was close between them and Scott, but for the Miners to win this game, they're going to have to rely on the Hatfield brothers, and they're going to have to get some help for those 2 as well. Well, those are your Logan Regional Medical Center keys to the game. And for the key to your health care, did you know that Logan Regional Medical Center has a lab and x-ray locations off-site, such as the Coalfield Health Center in Chapmanville, Doctors Park on the campus of Logan Regional, and a drawing station at the Cancer Center in Holden. Logan Regional Medical Center with expanded services, always here for you.
On the other hand, Mingo Central is going to have to find some scoring out of the Hatfield brothers. Early in the season, they were hot. Of course, Drew has had several outstanding, 20-point games.
Absolutely.
Even had a couple of 30-point games. But that team, one man can't do it. It's got to be a total 5-man on-the-floor team effort, not an eye in that mix.
Yeah.
On the other hand, Man, we saw them on last Tuesday. Man, they just lit up the Man Bulldogs. And even coming off the bench, Christian Toller come in and scored 21 points, and Hunter Anderson came in and hit 3 threes.
Yeah.
So, Man's bench is coming alive as well.
The Hillbillies are 10 deep, Joe. They can play 10 guys off the bench, and Christian Toller actually really played well here against Tug Valley back earlier in the season when we had the, I believe it was the hoops tournament down here, not the Country Roads Classic. It was the Country Roads Classic, not the holiday tournament.
Right.
And the Hillbillies have played in this gym back in December, and they picked up a win here against a very good Tug Valley team.
The man Hillbillies just coming from the locker room. They're wearing looks like a dark blue, almost. It's a navy. It's a very dark, but the numbers are outlined in red. The numbers are pretty much the same color as the jerseys, kind of blend in. May be kind of hard to read over in the far corner, but we'll do our best to call them in. Really, Steve, haven't Mingo Central still in the locker room. We'll go ahead and take a 2-minute break, and we'll be back with more from the Danny Godby Gymnasium here on the campus of Chapmanville Regional High School. This is Hillbillies basketball on WVOW, West Virginia's premier sports station and video productions.
Peyton, what are we doing here?
Welcome to Peytonville. Nationwide helps protect everything you see in here, Brad. Every family, every business, even Mrs. Hoffman's dream of retiring to become a yoga instructor.
Oh, they have backstories.
Here, I got more to show you.
Hurt in a car wreck, this is one room most people want to avoid.
It's a courtroom.
Insurance companies know that we work to get the best settlement before court. But if they won't pay up, our work is here.
It's about your health, your money, and your pain and suffering.
What you get matters. And our fee?
No worries. We don't get paid unless you do.
Hurt in a car wreck,
Call Farmer Klein and Campbell.
Because around here, you matter.
Call 252-5990.
Evans Funeral Home and Cremation Services, founded in 1975 by Riley Joe Evans, is a full-service funeral provider, and 2020 makes it 45 years of offering services that respect all faiths, personal preferences, and financial considerations. They're the only funeral home in Boone, Lincoln, and Logan with its own crematory. Contact Evans Funeral Home and Cremation Services at 304-855-3232 or visit www.evans-funeral-home.com or like Evans Funeral Home and Cremation Services on Facebook to see their updated obituary information.
Patrick Ellis and his staff at Southern West Virginia Physical Therapy has been providing patients with quality physical therapy since 2003. At Southern West Virginia Physical Therapy, they are committed to providing their patients with exceptional care in a compassionate and friendly environment. You're not just a number, you're part of their family. Southern West Virginia Physical Therapy, your health, your choice, our priority.
Back at Chapmanville Regional High School for Game 1 in this Region 4 Section 2 sectional tournament. Now, let's take a look at the starting lineups for tonight's teams. Let's first of all start out with Mingo Central. Stan Elkins, the head coach, and they are coming in 11 wins, 10 losses. Josh Wellman will get the start, as well as sophomore Jarius Jackson, senior Nathan May, sophomore Justin May, and the two Hatfield boys, Drew and Devin. Devin, a sophomore, and Drew, a senior, will get the start tonight for the Mingo Central Miners. TJ Blevins, head coach of the Man Hillbillies. They come into tonight's game with 17 wins and only 5 losses, and that 17-win best in school history for the Man Hillbillies. Getting the start tonight, junior, 6'3", 165, Ryan Cozart. Austin Ball, a 6'5", 175 sophomore. Jackson Tackett, a 6'2", 150-pound sophomore. Caleb Blevins, a sophomore, 6'3", 175. And Peyton Adams, the junior, 190, 5'8", junior, will get the start for the Man Hillbillies. Hillbillies have no seniors on their ball club, and the Mingo Central Miners have a couple seniors that will be starting to lead their attempt to advance. Winners of tonight's game will take on the Chapmanville Tigers. That game will be Tuesday night here in
It's going to be in Logan.
Chapman. That's right. That will be in Logan, since Chapmanville plays That way, no team in this section plays on their home floor. And in the next game coming up, number 3 against number 6 Lincoln County, they will take on the Logan Wildcats. And that game will be here on Wednesday night. And I think Chris Kidd and Nathan Bush will have the call of those games.
Well, you know, Joe, for one team tonight, this is it. This is the season.
This is one and done. I mean, you lose, you're done.
Yep, you don't get that security blanket of until you get to the sectional finals. So there's going to be one of these two teams that's played their last game.
Jarius Jackson will jump against Austin Ball. Mingo comes up with the ball. They bring it out to the floor, and they get it into the hands quickly of Drew Hatfield. He takes it back out to midcourt to get the ball set. Out with him is Jackson. They split it out, trying to find inside. Inside to Wellman. Wellman dribbles back outside the three-point line. Gets it over to Hatfield. He'll take a long three, and he'll sink the first points of the ball game. Drew Hatfield with a three-pointer.
Blevins switched onto Hatfield after Adams was playing man-to-man. Couldn't find him. Hatfield makes the three.
Peyton Adams controls the ball for the Hillbillies. Get it over into the hands of Jackson Tackett. Back into the corner. Adams takes a three-point shot. It will not go off the back of the rim. Rebound comes down. Nathan May for Mingo. Quickly, they get the ball down to the floor. They swing it over to Hatfield outside the three-point line. Hatfield will drive into the paint, and it is blocked by the Hillbillies. They control the ball on the rebound. Here comes Adams.
Cozart and Ball both got a hand on that one.
Going to the basket. Looked like it was going to be Blevins, but he passes it underneath the basket to Tackett. It goes out of bounds. Turnover to the Miners.
I think Blevins made the right play there trying to find Tackett, but I think Tackett just wasn't expecting it, and that ball just goes off his hands.
Mingo inbounds it. They will be going from our right to left. Drew Hatfield just casually taking his time, bringing the ball down for the Miners. He'll find a little open slot. He'll go all the way, and he will get a foul and a basket. The official comes over, calls the foul.
It's on Cozart.
Yep, Cozart will get his first foul, and that'll be the first foul of the ball game. And Hatfield will score the basket and go for the old-fashioned three-pointer. He'll go to the free throw line. Shot is up, and it will bounce high but fall through. Hatfield has 6 points in this ball game. All 6 points scored in the ball game so far.
Yeah, and now Adams bringing the ball up, and he's going to try to get this Hillbilly offense going and toss it out of bounds.
They were throwing it to Austin Ball over in the corner, and it was not a good throw. Turnover, Hillbillies.
And it looks like Coach T.J. Blevins is going to do a switch. They were in man-to-man. I think they're going to switch into 2-3 zone because Adams was trying to guard Hatfield and gave him too much room to his left hand.
Hatfield brings the ball over the timeline. Over across the way, back out, and they get it into the hands of Jackson. They'll shoot it all the way across the floor into the hands of Wellman. Wellman's shot will not go. Rebounded. And Mingo gets a second attempt, but it will not go. Here come the Billies.
Good defense by Cozart to defend without fouling.
Tackett brings the ball down the floor. Here's Caleb Blevins going for a three-pointer. Rebound under the basket. 2 rebounds for Austin Ball. Neither one will go. Finally, Mingo comes up the ball. Here they come quickly down the floor. Jarius Jackson dribbling around in the far corner. They get it back outside to Wellman. Wellman shoots it over across the way to Drew Hatfield. And Drew Hatfield will get a three-pointer.
This is eerily reminiscent, Joe, of the men's sectional game last year against Lincoln County.
Quickly, Coach T.J. Blevin takes a timeout as they find themselves trailing 9-0 with 5:49 to go here in the first quarter. And the scoring has been all Hatfield. Drew has 6. Little brother Devin has 3.
Yeah, Devin knocked down a big 3 there as they found Drew in the corner. Drew kicks it over to Devin. Devin had the open look, knocks it down.
Coach Blevin's just trying to get his team settled down, get a little confidence in them.
They may have some jitters right now. Sectional's a big time, and we make such a big deal about it that maybe there's some pregame jitters here, and it's a young team.
Man will inbound the ball. They'll go the full length of the court.
If there's one thing the Hillbillies can do, though, Joe, it's score points in a hurry.
That is true. We saw that Tuesday night. Gets it over to Blevins in the right wing. He'll dribble into the paint, and a whistle.
Charge.
And a charge will be levied against Caleb Blevins, his first team foul, number 2.
So Blevins gets the charge there. Another possession now for Mingo Central, and the Billies have played nearly 3 minutes and have yet to get a point.
Drew Hatfield brings the ball, passes over to Devin, back across the way to Jackson. Jackson dribbles, backs out to Drew Hatfield, behind the back to Jackson. Jackson, they pass it around. Now they get it over to Drew in the corner, and it will go for nothing but net. 6 points each for the Hatfield brothers. They lead 12-0.
Devin just knocked it down.
Caleb Blevins' three-point attempt off the back of the rim. Mingo with the rebound. Here comes Drew quickly down the floor trying to make something happen. Spins around, gets it over to Jackson. Long jumper for three. In and out of the bucket, and a fight for the rebound. Hillbillies come up with it as Austin Ball fights and wins that battle. Peyton Adams has it for the Hillbillies. Brings it back out, resets the play. 4:45 on a running clock. Mingo up 12-0. Into the hands of Tackett. Tackett down to the corner to Adams. Quickly, a jumper by Austin Ball off the side of the rim will not go. Jackson rebound, Mingo.
Billies are just struggling to find the hoop.
Once again, Drew Hatfield was wide open on the far side. Takes a shot, 3-point, 9 points now for Drew Hatfield.
Now Peyton Adams, man's got to find some way to stop this bleeding. Mingo on a 15-0 run right now.
Peyton Adams almost lost the ball and brings it back over across the way. Caleb Blevins loses the ball. He picks it up there quickly. Now Austin Ball will take a dribble, goes for the glass, and will have a whistle and a foul.
Tackett's going to go to the line here, and Harless is going to check in for man.
Foul will be charged against Nathan May of Mingo. That'll be his first foul, team foul 1, as Jackson Tackett goes to the line to shoot 2. First one is, it's off the back of the rim, no good.
And it just seems like, man, they just cannot get that first point, Joe. They're really struggling. We're halfway through the quarter, and they've yet to make a bucket.
Tackett will get a second attempt here. 4:03 on a stop clock. Second shot is off the rim. Rebound, Mingo. Here comes Drew Hatfield. Fires down to little brother Devin in the corner. Back out to Drew. Over to Jackson. They bring it over to the left side. Back over to the right side to Drew Hatfield. He'll back out and reset.
Hatfield in no hurry with this big lead.
They get it into the hands of Drew. Drew steps inside the timeline. Bounce pass and a couple of passes inside to Nathan May. The shot will not go. Rebound, man. Quickly, Peyton makes a quick shot. Peyton Adams rebound. Luckily for the Hillbillies, they'll take it in. A little short jumper. It rolls all over the rim, and it will not go for Caleb Blevins. Mingo loses the ball, and
I think they're going to call a foul. Or did they call a timeout? Nope, they're calling a foul on Peyton Adams.
That'll be Adams' first foul. He tried the Mingo Central player was on the floor. The ball was loose, but he reached over and laid on him, and I think that's where the foul come into play.
Yeah, he was trying to go for the ball to cause a tie-up. Wasn't able to get there, and Mingo Central now with the ball back. Toller is checked in for Adams now.
Here comes Mingo, and they turn it over, and Austin Ball will come up with it for Toller's going to go all the way. Little jumper, and they finally score.
Jeremiah Harless with a nice shot there and gets it to go for man.
Drew Hatfield has it for Mingo. Over to Jackson, back to Hatfield out the top of the key. Over to the right to Devin Hatfield. Back inside the middle to May. The shot by number 32, Justin May, will go for 2.
And finally for Mingo Central, the first
Somebody
person without a
besides.
Hatfield.
And a reach in, foul. And that's going to go against number 32, Justin May. That's foul number 2 on Mingo. Man will have it inbounded under their own basket. Quickly, they get it into the hands of Caleb Blevins, and he will go for 2. So 4 straight points now for the Hillbillies.
And Toller with a nice kick there to stop the Mingo Central offense from getting set up. And it seems like since they put Christian Toller in, he's kind of helped spark this, him and Jeremiah Harless off the bench.
Toller come off the bench, scored 21 points against Fan Tuesday night.
He can light you up.
Hot,
and he's a great defender as well.
Drew Hatfield controls the ball for Mingo Central out between the three-point line and the timeline.
Extending this 2-3 zone are the Billies.
Devin Hatfield looked at it, back over to Drew. Drew, NBA three. It will be off the side of the rim and out of bounds. Should be Mann's ball, and it will be. The Hillbillies control it.
If Drew Hatfield and timeout, Mingo Central, let's see, 30-second timeout, so we'll keep things here.
2:01 to go here in the first quarter. The score, Mingo Central 17, Man 4.
Well, Nationwide Insurance Agent Greg Dalton's a proud supporter of Man Hillbilly Athletics and the community of Logan County. For auto, home, life, and business insurance, call the Greg Dalton Agency at 304-752-8300. Greg Dalton Insurance offices on Main Street in Logan and Main Street in Chapmanville. For all your sides, there is Nationwide. This is WVOW Logan.
Joe Linville, Nathan Bush bringing you the play-by-play of this Region 4 Section 2 opener from Chapmanville Regional High School, Danny Godby Gymnasium.
And it's filling up here in a hurry, Joe. People are still coming in for this one, and it's starting to look like a packed house.
Here we go. The Hillbillies bringing the ball down the floor. Toller over to Ball. Ball back over to Tackett, back into the corner, and they take it into the paint, and that is Jackson Tackett with the basket.
And Billies get it down to 11, 17-6. Hatfield for three.
And it will go. Drew with 9. Brother Devin with 9.
Well, Drew doesn't want this to be his last high school basketball game, and he's showing that.
Christian Toller with the ball. Now they get it over to the right side. A long three-point attempt and a foul as Austin Ball took one from the corner, and he will be fouled by, let's see,
Jackson.
Darius Jackson will commit his first personal of the game.
And that'll be 3 free throws for Austin Ball. But, you know, outside of that 3 from Drew Hatfield, the Billies have kind of owned this past minute and a half. It's just they're trying to get out of a big hole right now.
Free throw number 1 falls for a point. Second one is up, and it will go. It's 2 out of 3 so far, or 2 for 2, rather. Now he'll get the third one.
Well, Joe, I think the Billies got to look to get this under 10 here to end the first quarter.
And he'll miss the third one. Rebound by Wellman. They quickly bring the ball. Devin Hatfield wide open. It's off the rim, and it will go deflected. There was 2 Billies and a Minor going for the ball, and it will be Mingo Central's ball under the room basket.
And Mingo's running and gunning and trying to get shots up before man can get that zone set.
Quickly in and get it back outside to Hatfield. He goes across the way to Devin Hatfield. Devin just driving around back and forth.
Yep.
And he'll throw an elbow, and he'll be charged with a personal.
If there's one thing Jackson Tackett can do, Joe, he can frustrate you. He can frustrate you. He'll play great defense. He'll get in your pocket. He'll tell you what flavor of bubble gum you're chewing by the end of the night. And that's what happened.
That's what happened the other night when Mingo played Scott. A lot of tempers flared, and it was a couple players fouled out. Quickly, man gets the play set. They are trapped over in the corner. They get it into the hands of Toller. Toller trying to dribble out of it. Finally gets it back outside to Harless. Harless over the corner to Ball. Ball takes a couple dribbles, and he'll spin. He'll lose it. And it looked like it was stripped, but the official says he just lost the ball, and it goes to Mingo.
I don't know if he was stripped or he just lost it. The officials had a better look at it than
you
and I have.
They were standing right there, absolutely.
And that's a turnover, and it's a costly one for the Billies now with 33 seconds left in the quarter and down by 12.
Devin Hatfield has it. They double team him over there. They bring it back out to Drew. Drew takes a couple dribbles. He steps inside the 3, steps back out, kicks it over to Devin, down to the corner to Wellman. Here goes Drew Hatfield. He kicks it back out to Devin, and it will be nothing but an air ball, and it goes out of bounds. It'll be Hillbilly basketball.
And Devin Hatfield's looking around trying to figure out we need a foul there, but he didn't get one.
He lost control. I mean, he's the one that jumped back on the jumper. Man gets the ball down the floor. 6 seconds to go. Toller with the 3, in and out. Rebound, Mingo Central. And they'll heave it down the floor. It'll hit on the top of the backboard, and that'll be the end of the first quarter. The score, the Man Hillbillies 8, Mingo Central 20. We'll take a break. We'll be back with more after this. You're listening to Hillbilly Basketball on WVOW, West Virginia's premier sports station and video productions.
Kinzel Law Office is a local firm located at 36 Adams Street in Chapmanville. Rob Kinzel has been practicing law in Logan County for over 15 years, and is dedicated to providing quality legal representation for personal injury, criminal defense, and family law for individuals and families throughout Southern West Virginia. Call Kinzel Law Office today to set up your free consultation. Rob Kinzel, quality legal services close to home.
Little General Stores knows West Virginia, but what some may not know is what LG is doing in your communities. And I'm here to tell you how Little General, with the strength of their 100+ stores, is helping to enrich lives and empower families in West Virginia. Like the Norma May Huggins Cancer Research Endowment Fund, which is fighting to cure cancer every day right here in West Virginia. Locally owned and operated, LG has always been there and always will be. Little General Stores, committed to West Virginians. Boom!
Welcome back to Chapmanville. Mingo Central leads Man 20-8 after the first quarter of play. Quick update. Mountaineers fall once again. Oklahoma 73. West Virginia University Mountaineers 62.
Well, at least they brought it back a little bit. I guess.
Sorry we had to interrupt their coverage, but things happen quickly underneath the end of Toller. Underneath, he couldn't make anything happen. They'll bring it back outside. They'll lose the ball. Here comes Devin Hatfield with the Miners. He'll stop a little short jumper off the glass, and Devin Hatfield will score 2 more.
Well, they're swarming ball anytime he gets it in the paint, so that forces a turnover yet again.
Man with the ball. Toller gets it back out. Here goes Caleb Blevins. Nothing but net from free throw land. Three-pointer.
That's what Caleb Blevins needed to see. He's the Man Hillbilly record holder with 10 in the game.
Man pulls within 11, 22-11 here at 7:15 to go in the second. Devin Hatfield has the ball. They kick it down inside. Back out to Devin Hatfield. He has to reach out there and get it. And hits back. Caleb Blevins knocks it out of his hands from behind. Here comes the Hillbillies. Toller gets it over to Blevins. Blevins on a jumper. It's going to be short and rebound, Mingo Central. Here they come quickly down the floor. Devin Hatfield, he'll slow it down. Kick it back to Drew. And Drew comes back out to near half court to reset the play for the Miners.
There's Christian Toller, active hands for the Billies, forcing a turnover.
Devin Hatfield has control, swings it across the way to Nathan May. May finds somebody in the corner. It's Drew Hatfield. He's triple teamed. They get it over to Devin Hatfield across the way. He'll dribble into the paint. High jumper. It will not go off the back of the rim. Rebound, Caleb Blevins, and we're going to have a foul against Mingo Central's number 35, Josh Wellman.
I don't know if you can hear, Joe. I'm having a hard time hearing. We've got the man section right behind us, and they are loud.
They are pumped as they're trying to get back into this game. 6:27 on stop clock, still 22-11, Mingo Central.
Man cheering seconds were one of the best in the state this year, Joe.
Caleb Blevins from three-point land. He'll go for 2 back-to-back.
And it's back down to 8, Joe, 22-14
6
now.
points here in the second quarter for Caleb Blevins. Here comes the Miners. Over to Devin Hatfield. We're showing a little bit of 1-2-2. Quickly they get, and it's blocked by Man's Austin Ball. Here comes the Miners down the floor, the Mingo Central. I'm sorry, the Hillbillies down the floor, and they're going to get the Hillbillies on a charge. That's going to be charged against Jeremiah Harless, and you can hear these Man Hillbilly fans. They are not happy at all about that.
Yeah, they are not happy with that, and Harless had Blevins wide open in the corner for 3, and he had the hot hand. I'm surprised he didn't kick it to him, but that charge, that could be a momentum killer.
22-14, Mingo Central. Here come the Miners. Drew Hatfield over to the right side to Jackson. Jackson pinned in the corner. He finally gets out of it. Back out to the top of the key. Underneath the basket. They try to get it in to Nathan May. May couldn't hang on to it, and that'll be turnover to the Hillbillies.
And now the Billies, Joe, the momentum back in their favor after forcing another turnover.
Here comes Christian Toller bringing the ball down for Man. Over to Harless. Harless gets it into the hands of Blevins. Blevins in trouble, and he double dribbles the ball. He stopped, and he don't think he realized he dribbled it.
Yeah, he did.
But that was a good call by the official.
That's the right call.
Here comes Mingo quickly down the floor. They get it into Drew. He sets it. He's going to drive it into the paint. They kick it over, kick it back out to Devin Hatfield. Good defensive effort by the Man Hillbillies.
Very good defensive effort.
Mingo has to come back out and reset it into the right corner. And now they get it back into Jackson. Over to Drew Hatfield into the corner. And
foul.
a whistle. That'll be Josh Wellman taking the shot, and that was a three-point attempt. And that's going to go against Jeremiah Harless. That's his second back-to-back fouls for the Billies.
And this has been the lineup, Joe, that's gotten the Billies back in this ball game, but Cozart looking to check in. He started tonight's ball game.
And Wellman will go to the free throw line for the Hillbillies. For the Miners. He'll
shooting three.
Yep. And the first one will go.
So this is going to be interesting here to see what happens when they sub out Harless.
9-point game now. 10-point game as he hits the second one. 2 for 2 so far.
And Coach Blevins is stuck with the hot hands here. Peyton Adams checked out earlier, and they put Toller in. They've yet to put Adams back in.
And this will be free throw number 3.
Both teams at 5 team fouls now.
And it will go. So Josh Wellman 3 for 3 for Mingo. Here comes the Miners down the floor quickly. Christian Toller controlling the ball for the Billies over to the right, and Caleb Blevins will take it to the basket, and he'll lay it up on the left-hand side for a basket.
With a left-handed layup, too. Tough shot, tough take, good make.
10 points in the game now for Blevins. Mingo quickly gets the ball set. Drew Hatfield brings it back out to Drew, little brother Devin across the way here in front of our scoring position. He'll go down to the line, and it will not fall. Rebound. What a rebound by Austin Ball. He just reached up and jerked it out. In the hands of Christian Toller. 3-point attempt off the back of the rim. Rebound, Mingo Central.
Here come the Miners.
Here comes Drew. He's going to take it all the way, and it's a block shot by Ryan Cozart, and the fans thought that was clean, but they're going to call Cozart for a foul.
That was a close one there, Joe. Let's see it on our replay here on Video Productions. Do you think this was a jump ball?
Oh, it looked clean on the video.
That looked really clean.
And T.J. Blevins is arguing his case with the officials, but it's not going to help a thing.
Nah. But T.J. Blevins going to filibuster here as long as he can.
The officials for tonight's game, Mark Akers, Jason Buckley, and Jim Lieber.
After that call, you say their names.
Yeah, I meant to earlier. And Drew Hatfield will hit both free throws for
Adams is back, and Adams is checked back in.
That'll be Drew Hatfield's first points of the quarter. 4:15 to go in the first half. Mingo Central 27, Man 16. Here come the Miners. Adams controls the ball. Over to the right corner to Blevins. Blevins back outside the Toller. Adams over to the left wing. They'll get it back out to Toller at the top of the key. Little switching around as they set up the play. Here comes Adams. He'll kick it over to Blevins. 3-point attempt. It goes. Nothing but net.
What a tough shot from Blevins, but he gets it to go, and the Billies are back within 8.
Here comes Drew Hatfield controlling the ball for the Miners, wearing white jerseys tonight, trimmed in that teal, blue, and black. Now they'll get it into the hands. Turnover. Here come the Hillbillies. And quickly, Jackson Tackett stops, sets it up. And here goes Austin Ball going to the basket, and a foul on the floor.
Yeah.
It's going to go against Mingo Central. That's going to go against Jarius Jackson. That'll be his second foul. And Justin May will come and check in for the Miners.
Yeah, he's going to go in for Jackson. But that was a good call by the official. The crowd didn't want it, though, because Ball made the shot.
Yeah.
But it was on the floor.
Man will inbound under their own basket. Toller gets it in. Oh, and a push. And they're going to get Justin May. That'll be his second foul.
May didn't like the call, but it was blatant.
It was very good call. Good call by the officials.
And now Ball will go to the line for the 1-and-1.
As we're into the bonus for the first time tonight. It'll be a 1+1.
And Joe, if Man can get this down to about 5, maybe a little less before halftime,
sink it.
How big would that be for the Hillbillies after being down 15-0 early?
Ethan Evans checking in for the Miners. First time he's seen any action tonight.
They're on a 20-8 run right now, or 20 to.
Austin Ball's second shot up, and it's good. It'll fall.
20-7 run, excuse me. 21-7 run.
6-point game now. Mingo leads it 27-21. Here come the Miners. Drew Hatfield carrying the ball across the midcourt stripe. Kicks it over to the right to little brother Devin. He's not really a little brother. He's a younger brother. Devin Hatfield still has it. Kicks it back over to, and a 3-point attempt. It'll roll around the rim by Mingo's Nathan May. Hillbilly basketball as they get the rebound. Christian Toller going to try to go all the way.
Travel.
Oh. Let's see, was that Devin or Drew? Devin was set up to take the charge, and he tried to avoid that, and they're saying he walked on the ball. And Mingo Central's going to take a timeout. 30-second timeout. We will keep it here. 3:05 to go in the first half. Mingo Central 27. Man, Hillbillies 21.
What a game it's been so far, Joe. It's been up and down, roller coaster of emotions for both sides.
Oh, I mean, Mingo Central jumped out to a quick 12-0 lead, and it finally the Hillbillies scored, and they've just kind of been inching their way
Joe,
back into this.
I'll tell you who it's been. It's been Christian Toller. They subbed him in. They've kept him in the rest of the time, and maybe not his scoring, but his shooting or his defense has really led this comeback.
He was the team leader off the bench Tuesday night, we've mentioned. And here we go as we get this one back underway.
Peyton Adams
he is glued to Drew Hatfield.
He is. Like I said, he's going to tell you what kind of bubble gum he's having.
Oh, Drew had mouthwash. They get it in to Drew Hatfield as the Miners bring the ball across midcourt over to the left wing into the hands of May. May will take a couple bounces. He finds a low open hole. They find Devin Hatfield wide open in the corner. He can't take it. He'll drive it into the paint. It will, wow, after a couple bounces, fall into the basket. Two more for Devin Hatfield.
That's a tough shot right there for Hatfield, but he was able to get it to go.
Adams takes control for the Billies. They get it over the hands of Blevins in the right corner, and as he tries to throw it, it's deflected by Drew Hatfield, and man will inbound it under their own basket.
I'll tell you what, those Hatfield brothers, Joe, they can just pester you as well on defense. They are fantastic defenders, and they do those little things, very active hands.
Christian Troller, and he couldn't find anybody open, so he'll throw it off the legs.
But it
Josh
bounced
Wellman,
off.
It hit him.
Yeah, it hit Toller after it hit Wellman.
Yeah, I don't think he liked it, but that was a good call. Mingo Central inbounds. Here comes Drew Hatfield. It's going to be 4-on-4. Devin Hatfield, three, nothing but net.
And now the Miners are going to try and put on a run here before the half.
And they'll get it over to the hands of Ball. Pass around Toller, back out to Adams as they'll reset. 2:15 to go. And on a three-point attempt from the corner, it is
Austin Ball.
Austin Ball with the three.
And he cuts it back to 8.
Drew Hatfield controls it for the Miners. Over to Devin to the near side. Devin's going to try to take it into the paint, and it's going to get a bad bounce, and it's going to be a turnover to the Hillbillies. Here comes Adams. They find Christian Toller. He sidesteps. Peyton back to Toller. Toller for the three. It will go.
What a nice pass from Toller, and then Adams repays him, knocks down the three. It's a 5-point ball game.
Here comes the Miners. Drew Hatfield controls. Devin, he bounces, gets it over to the near side to May. May dribbling, trying to find. They run into a roadblock, get it into the hands of Devin Hatfield. It will not go. It falls off the rim. Rebound. Adams for the Hillbillies. Here they come quickly down the floor. Over to Toller, back out to Adams. Now they'll set. Caleb Blevins with a three. It will go.
Wow, what a shot. And it's a 2-point ball game.
Caleb Blevins with 14 points here in the second quarter. And we're down to 2. Drew Hatfield for Mingo Central. Dribbles the ball, tries to find something. 1 minute to go here in the first half. Here comes back around behind the back. They get it into the hands of Devin Hatfield. It's 2-on-1 in the corner. They get it back out to May to the near side. He'll go for the three, and it'll go.
Another big shot. Big shots back and forth.
Nathan May with his first points of the ball game with a three. 35-30, 42 seconds. Here comes the Hillbillies. Peyton Adams with control of the ball. We have a whistle, and they're going to charge Nathan May. That'll be his second with a bump over in the corner.
And Toller thought it was on him. He was upset. He's like, I didn't do anything, but it wasn't on him because they pointed in his direction. Right. So I thought it was on him at first too.
Toller will go to the free throw line with a 1-and-1.
18 fouls on the Miners, 6 on the Billies. And again, the gym's starting to fill up still.
Toller at the line, takes a couple bounces, and it will fall. He will get the bonus.
Cuts the points, cuts the lead to 4, 35-31.
Toller with 4 points here in the second quarter.
36 seconds left in the first half.
Second shot is good.
Now, if you're the Miners, Joe, I think you try to run this down, hold for one.
3-point game, 35-32. Drew Hatfield just gingerly walks it across the timeline. He's just standing out there bouncing the ball. Adams goes up close to put a little pressure on. Here he comes across the way, and he will try to reset. A little bounce between the legs. He's trying to find an open hole down the middle. He will go all the way, and his shot is short. And a whistle, and they're going to get him with a charge.
Yeah,
they're going to They are going to charge that against Jackson Tackett. And that will be Tackett's first personal.
Coach Blevins can't believe it.
On the replay, you can be the judge for yourself as Drew Hatfield goes to the line.
I didn't get a good look at it.
I didn't either, really. And Drew Hatfield's first shot is up and good. Here we go. Replay once again on Video Productions. That was awful tight, man. That was close.
It's the hardest
call.
Flip
a coin, yeah.
It's the hardest call in sports.
And his second shot is no good. Rebound. Oh, and it's going to be a loose ball. And it's going to be Mingo Central's ball. They get it over to Drew Hatfield, and it will not go. Rebound, Devin Hatfield. He's trying to find a hole. He loses control of the ball. And it's a shot, no good. And that'll end the quarter. What a game we have seen. Catch our breath. And we'll take a 2-minute break here at the half. The score, Mingo Central 36, the Man Hillbillies 32. This is Hillbillies basketball on WVOW, West Virginia's premier sports station and Video Productions.
You need to see a doctor fast? At Logan Regional Medical Center Primary Care Walk-In Clinic, we know your time is valuable. Our new facility is designed to provide patients with the opportunity to walk in and quickly be seen by the doctor without having to make an appointment. We are open Monday through Thursday from 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. at 384 Airport Road in Chapmanville. For more information, please call 304-239-8090.
Kinzel Law Office is a local firm located at 36 Adams Street in Chapmanville. Rob Kinzel has been practicing law in Logan County for over 15 years and is dedicated to providing quality legal representation for personal injury, criminal defense, and family law for individuals and families throughout southern West Virginia. Call Kinzel Law Office today to set up your free consultation. Rob Kinzel, quality legal services close to home.
I'm Bill Wooten. I'm running for our Supreme Court. I said our court, not those with money and power, our court.
Labor and business, Democrats and Republicans, they're all
If I didn't think I was the most qualified to serve, I wouldn't run.
This one's easy.
I'm Bill Wooten, and I promise to serve you with honor.
Little General Stores knows West Virginia, but what some may not know is what LG is doing in your communities. And I'm here to tell you how Little General, with the strength of their 100+ stores, is helping to enrich lives and empower families in West Virginia. Like the Norma May Huggins Cancer Research Endowment Fund, which is fighting to cure cancer every day right here in West Virginia. Locally owned and operated, LG has always been there and always will be. Little General Stores, committed to West Virginians. Boom!
Back at Danny Godby Gymnasium, we have seen a dandy game so far, and we're only halfway through this first game of a doubleheader as the Mingo Central Miners lead the Man Hillbillies by a score of 36-32. At the end of the first quarter, it was 28 Mingo Central. The Hillbillies outscored the Miners 24-16 to get right back in this one. We have a 4-point game as the Miners take the lead into the half.
Yeah, it's been an exciting first half, Joe. I mean, my goodness, what an unbelievable half of basketball it was. The Mingo Central Miners jump out to a 15-0 lead before Man ever even puts a point in, and then the Hillbillies storm back. Mingo Central knocks down some shots. Man starts making shots, get the momentum, and at the half, it's a 4-point ball game.
Let's take a break here. Let's talk a little bit about the girls' action that we've seen this past week here in the Region 4 Section 2 girls tournament. First game was Logan Wildcats, the 4 seed. They knocked off the number 5 seed Scott Skyhawks by a score of 60-37. In Game 2 last Saturday night, it was the Lincoln County Panthers knocking off the Lady Hillbillies by a score of 68-41. Then Logan advanced to round 2, taking on the number 1 seed Chapmanville Tigers. Logan come in here Tuesday night, or that game was actually at Mingo Central. They went on the mountain and knocked off the number 1 Tigers by a score of 39-37. In Game 2 here in Chapmanville on Wednesday night, it was Lincoln County upsetting the number 2 seed Mingo Central Miners by a score of 58-49. In the championship game last night, another down-to-the-wire nail-biter as the Lincoln County Panthers will advance as the sectional champs. They knocked off the Logan Wildcats 46-44. Lincoln County now will host Nitro this coming week for the regionals, and the Logan Wildcats will have to go on the road. They'll travel to Winfield. The winner of those 2 games will advance to the Charleston Civic Coliseum, whatever they call it down
Charleston
there.
Coliseum and Convention Center.
Yeah, they changed the name on that thing.
It's the Civic Center, Joe. Let's
It'll
just call
always
it what
be
it is.
the Charleston Civic Center. Anyway, the winners of those 2 games will advance on to the final 8 and a chance at winning the state championship.
And it came down. Logan had that last-second shot against Lincoln County. Jill Toth put it up, and it just rimmed out to win the ball game. Coach Kevin Gertz called in this morning on the Hatcher Show and was talking about it and how he said when it left her hands, it had to be good. But unfortunately for the Wildcats, now they got to go to Winfield, and I don't care what kind of year Winfield is having. That's a tough place to get a win, and they're actually having a really good year, so that makes it even worse.
Yeah, and I said this on the Hatcher Show this morning, but again, as being a part of the Basketball Friday Night in West Virginia family, we want to thank WVOW for their loyal dedication and the fans and those that tune in and listen. We had our 100th episode last night. Hard to believe the show's come as far as it have in 7 short years. We have 30 radio affiliates across the state. We're on some TV cable in some areas, and we're working on a major deal. Hopefully that will come through, that we can make an announcement in the very near future that will be on statewide on TV.
Yeah, well, Joe, if you wear a mask, they'd approve it. No, I'm
exactly.
kidding.
That's what it is. I have a face for radio.
I'm kidding. No, it's a great show, the Basketball Friday Night Show. If you're not tuning in, you should. And then the next morning, if you want to get even more in-depth and local, it's the Hatcher Show. Joe, you call in every week on that and give us our updates from around the state, and we always enjoy that. And Coach Mark Hatcher and Justin Turner and myself are there, and we have a great time every week doing the show. So, I mean, we're really looking forward to more basketball. I know I see a lot of the Logan players are here. I saw some Chapmanville players scouting.
Oh, yeah, guarantee it. The house is now, I'd say, 99.9% full at this point.
Yeah, a lot of people said that they were going to, you think they'd get here from, Scott and Lincoln County about the 4th quarter. If you plan on coming, you better get here now because it's full at the moment. And a lot of these people are probably going to be staying and watching the late game between Scott and Lincoln County.
I guarantee it.
Should be a good game.
Our production tonight on WVOW radio, on the Man Hillbillies .TV and video productions. We're going to step aside, take a 2-minute break. We'll be back with more coverage from Danny Godby Gymnasium and Chapmanville Regional High School. Mingo Central leads the Man Hillbillies 36-32. We are at the half. This is Hillbillies basketball on WVOW, West Virginia's premier sports station and video productions.
No regrets. If only she'd parked in a garage. If only they had the chimney cleaned. If only they had Erie Insurance. Erie is seriously good insurance that treats you fairly and goes above and beyond to make you feel like your auto or home mishap never happened. At rates that'll save you as much as the other guys. So get a quote from Erie today. Because whatever your regrets in life, your insurance company shouldn't be one of them.
Get ready for Thornhill Ford Lincoln's President's Day sales event with huge presidential savings on our entire lineup. Get more than $4,600 off 2020 Ford Escape SE, now $26,438. All tax refunds good here. Drive 2020 like a Ford with Thornhill.
Do you need to see a doctor fast? At Logan Regional Medical Center Primary Care Walk-In Clinic, we know your time is valuable. Our new facility is designed to provide patients with the opportunity to walk in and quickly be seen by the doctor without having to make an appointment. We are open Monday through Thursday from 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. at 384 Airport Road in Chapmanville. For more information, please call 304-239-8090.
Coach Bob Huggins here at your local Little General store. As I travel this great state, it's nice to know that almost anywhere I go, there's a local Little General nearby. So the next time you're on the road, look for the Little General sign and tell them Hugs sent you.
Evans Funeral Home and Cremation Services, founded in 1975 by Riley Joe Evans, is a full-service funeral provider, and 2020 makes it 45 years of offering services that respect all faiths, personal preferences, and financial considerations. They're the only funeral home in Boone, Lincoln, and Logan with its own crematory. Contact Evans Funeral Home and Cremation Services at 304-855-3232 or visit www.evans-funeral-home.com or like Evans Funeral Home and Cremation Services on Facebook to see their updated obituary information.
Back at Danny Godby Gymnasium on the campus of Chapmanville Regional High School. Game 1 in the boys Region 4 Section 2 opener as the Mingo Central Miners lead the Man Hillbillies by a score of 36-32. Man was down 20-8 after the first. They outscored the Miners 24-16 in the second, and we're down to a 4-point ball game as we get ready to start the second half.
Yeah, and you talked about that run that Man went on in the second quarter, and we've known them to do that, Joe. Even when they were down 15-0, I said, watch these Billies because they can get hot in a hurry, and Caleb Levins fired off a few threes in that second quarter. You saw Austin Ball get going. They put Peyton Adams back in. He facilitated. Christian Toller hit a big shot. I mean, these Hillbillies are no push-over team. They can really get back into a ball game in a hurry.
In the last game that Man and Mingo Central played, Man led at the half by a score of 42-34, but then they went cold. The Miners came alive. They were Miners up 56-49 at the end of the third quarter, and the final score was Mingo Central 78, Man 71. So the Billies definitely looking for revenge here tonight.
It's 2 games they've lost to the Miners this season, Joe. And again, like I said, you know, you look at the Logan-Chapmanville girls game. Chapmanville beat Logan twice in the regular season. Logan pulled one off in the sectionals. Man looking to pull the same thing tonight. They've lost twice to Mingo in the regular season, looking to win the sectional.
Mingo will inbound it to begin the second half of play. Wellman will get the ball in to Drew Hatfield. Hatfield will control it. We're underway. Hatfield across the timeline. Over to Jackson, down to, they thought Jackson looked to the corner, but wasn't open. Jackson dribbles it in. He'll get it over into the corner to the right side to Devin Hatfield, back out to Drew. Drew finds a little open hole. He'll get in, and he tries to pass it off. Oh, no whistle. Looked like he may have walked to get it over to Devin Hatfield in the far, or correction, over to Nathan May. His shot will not go. Here comes Toller with the rebound for the Hillbillies.
Toller starts the second half. He didn't start the game. He starts the second. There's a turnover.
Drew Hatfield steals the ball. He goes down uncontested off the glass for the first 2 points of the second quarter.
And here comes, looks like now Peyton Adams is going to check back in after that quick turnover for the Hillbillies.
Harless has the ball for Man. They working around. Here goes Caleb Levins with a three-pointer off NBA style, and it'll go off the rim. Here comes the Miners with the rebound. Drew Hatfield, he's going to take it all the way to the basket, and he's going to make it fall.
And the foul.
And a foul.
And Hatfield looks like he's going to try and take over this ball game, Joe. And Caleb Levins' shot, I thought it was good the whole way when it left his hands. He shot from right beyond the tiger claw here, and even Peyton Adams turned around and looked at it and said, man, that was deep.
Foul was charged against Jeremiah Harless. That'll be his third. Hatfield will go to the line for the bonus.
Looking to extend it back to 9 here.
And it will not go. Rebound, Man. Here comes Adams. Into the hands of Toller. Back to Adams. Adams looking around. He calls the play. Dribbles around. Goes across to the right. He'll go all the way to the corner to Ball. Ball gets it back out to Caleb Blevins. Blevins with a little bounce. Over to Toller. Toller will bounce it in. Now they finally kick it back out to Blevins. It'll not go. Rebound, Man. What a shot! What a shot by Austin Ball. He was directly under the rim, and he comes up with a layup, a little hooker from underneath the basket. Now Mingo goes with a three-pointer. From the corner, it was Devin Hatfield. It will not go. Here comes Adams with the ball.
Good D by Jackson Tackett.
They get it down to Toller in the corner. It'll go for a three.
And just like that, Joe, 5-point swing. Hillbillies are back in it.
Here comes Mingo Central bringing the ball down the floor. Drew Hatfield with it.
Got Peyton Adams on him.
They'll kick it over to Jackson to the left. Here comes May out to block. Here goes Jackson, got a little room. He'll kick it back over to Devin Hatfield. Hatfield has nowhere to go. They get it over to Drew, and Drew had a little room, and he'll get about a 10-foot jumper for point number 6 here in the third quarter.
Yeah, and Drew got free, Joe, on a screen across the baseline. Adams knocked Tackett down trying to recover, and Drew just knocked down the shot.
Here comes Adam for the Hillbillies. Over to Blevins. Blevins dribbles it, and a foul. They're going to get Nathan May. Yeah.
May with the foul there. It'll be on the floor.
That'll be his third personal.
Here comes Cozart into the ball game. He'll sub in for Tackett. What a great
rebounded. They get it in. Toller out at the top of the key. And it's a stolen ball by Nathan May. He will go uncontested, and that's 2 stolen balls that resulted in 4 points for the Miners here in the third quarter.
Yeah, and you can't give away free points if you're the Hillbillies, especially here in this ball game, being down most of the game.
Mingo up by 7, 44-37, 5 minutes to go in the quarter. Man trying to make something happen. Adams in the corner. He tries to dribble out of it, gets it back to Blevins. Blevins trying to, what a move by Blevins. Off the back of the rim on a three-point try. Toller with the rebound. Here goes Caleb Blevins once again for the three, and it will go.
You can't give him too many opportunities or he'll make you pay for it, and I don't know how many threes he's got.
We have a 4-point game. Here comes Mingo Central. Didn't mean to walk on you there. Sorry.
No, you're fine.
Mingo settles down, gets it over to Jackson to the right wing. Jackson bounces around. He finds a hole with jumper at the free throw line. It will not go. Rebound back out to Drew Hatfield. He will take the three and it will fall.
Can't give Drew Hatfield an open look either, Joe, because he'll do that.
Here comes the man Hillbillies quickly getting the ball down the floor. TJ Blevins barking out plays. Here we go. Ball. Jumper off the rim. Rebound. Mingo. No, they steal it. Underneath the basket. It is Cozart. It wouldn't go. He gets a second attempt. Will not go. Finally, Austin Ball tips it in and gets a whistle.
Too many second chance buckets for the Hillbillies.
Second chance, 4 or 5.
Second, third, fifth chance. And Coach Blevins letting Austin Ball hear about it on the other end on defense, but he's got a free throw to shoot.
Drew Hatfield charged with a foul. It'll be his first personal ball game for Mingo.
And Caleb Blevins, by the way, Joe, has 5 three-pointers in this ball game. That's halfway to his record that he holds.
Austin Ball will sink the bonus free throw. 4-point game.
Closest man has been tonight, Joe, is 2.
Jackson has control for Mingo Central. Goes around to the left side. Gets it into the hands of Devin Hatfield. Here he comes. Jumper, and it'll fall for 2.
Nice screen. Did the roll on the switch. Didn't step up on help side, and that's an easy bucket for Devin Hatfield.
Peyton Adams just slowly brings the ball down the floor. Man trying to set up something. He kicks it over to Blevins. Blevins dribbles around. Here goes Toller for the 3, and it'll fall.
Christian Toller heating up again, Joe.
That's 3, the third 3 in the ball game for Toller. Coming off the bench. Here comes Drew Hatfield with the ball across the timeline. Mingo going from our left to right. He's trying to find something. Gets it over to brother Drew or Devin. And it's off. And Jackson with the rebound. It was off the man player, Toller.
It hit him in the shoulder. He didn't expect it to be short.
And Jackson will get his first points of the ball game. Man quickly trying to get something set up. Here goes Ball. He tries to take it in, kicks it over to the corner to the Cozart. Cozart's ball. It's in and out. It bounced 3 times inside the rim and falls out. Here comes Drew Hatfield for the Miners. He will come down for a 10-foot jumper and will make it for 2 more. Drew Hatfield is hot with 2, 4, 6, 8, 11 points here in the third quarter alone.
He's feeling it.
Man trying to make something happen. Adams gets it into the hands of Toller. Back to Adams. Now Adams backs up, trying to reset. He'll take an NBA 3, and it'll go.
We're going to say, don't give him too much room. He'll make you pay, and he did just that.
And that's Adams' first points of the ball game. Hatfield controls it over to Jackson to the right. And a
offensive foul.
And that's going to be charged against Drew Hatfield. And he is not happy about that at all, but the turnover to the Billies.
Yeah, and Stan Elkins is up on that one. He didn't like that call either. And 4-point ball game, 2 minutes and 10 seconds left in the third. This is a good ball game, Joe.
Here comes Adams across the timeline for the Hillbillies. He's out there one-on-one with May, and he comes, and it's going to be
a deep, and he made it, but they're not going to count it. The basket's not going to count.
Yeah, the foul was out here on the floor.
Yeah,
that's going to be charged against Nathan May. That is his fourth foul.
Yeah,
and he threw a forearm out here on the block.
Yeah, and Peyton Adams took the screen and was open and made a three right after it, so the bucket will not count.
Man will inbound it in front of our location in the hands of Adams. Adams goes to the left corner. He dribbles around. Drew Hatfield putting a ton of pressure on him. They get it out, and here goes Adams, and he tries to shoot it. And there should have been.
Well, if it wasn't a foul, there was a block, and it's going to be man ball. It has to be.
Yeah, it has to be one or the other.
If it's not a foul, it's got to be out of bounds on Mingo. It has to be.
Man will inbound it. Man will inbound it under their own basket. Blevins is in the out of bound. He gets the ball out to Adams, kicks it over to Toller. Toller in the corner. Here goes Blevins for three. It's going to be off the rim, and it's going to be rebound Mingo Central.
Blevins wasn't set when he released that one.
He wasn't. Here comes Drew Hatfield quickly down the floor. Hatfield dribbles around, gets it over to the right to Devin. Drew's going to try to take it to the paint, gets it back outside, and it's going to be to Drew. He'll get a three-point shot, and it'll go.
Devin Hatfield makes a long three there. That'll extend the lead back to 7.
Here comes Adams once again for the Hillbillies. He'll come out with a three, and it will not go off the rim. Rebound, Mingo Central.
Man's got to look for better shots.
And it's going to be Jackson. He tried to dunk it, and it pops out.
That's going to be Hillbilly ball.
And it bounces out of bounds. Jackson tried to get over to save it, and he couldn't get there in time. Jackson tried to dunk the ball, and that's what happens when you hot dog.
Well, Joe, you know,
I'm just saying, when it's that tight of a game.
Sometimes it's better to do a layup.
And then that's what he should have done.
Sometimes it's better to do the layup, but if he makes that, it's a huge momentum swing.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
So I'm not going to
backfires.
I'm not going to fault the young man.
Here comes the man Hillbillies, and it's going to be Toller going to into the paint, and it's going to be, he'll go to the line for 2 as he's fouled as he goes up. And that foul will be charged against May. That'll be his third. Mingo's starting to get in a little foul trouble here between Justin May and Nathan May here.
And they've got 5 team fouls.
And Toller will sink the first of 2 free throws.
And how big has Toller been tonight, Joe? He's got 12 points in this ball game.
And his second one is in and out. Rebound, Mingo Central. Jackson with the rebound. Here he comes down the floor with the ball. He's trying to redeem himself after that. Here goes Drew Hatfield for 3, and it'll be off the front of the rim. Rebound, Mingo Central, and Tackett with the rebound. Man Hillbillies.
That's a long shot there.
Christian Toller, he's trying to find an open hole, and he gets it over to Blevins. And Coach T.J. Blevins will call a timeout for the Hillbillies. It'll be a 30-second timeout.
Well, while we have a chance, we want to remind you Nationwide Insurance Agent Greg Dalton is a proud supporter of Man Hillbilly Athletics and the community of Logan County. For auto, home, life, and business insurance, call the Greg Dalton Agency at 304-752-8300. Greg Dalton Insurance with offices on Main Street in Logan and Main Street in Chapmanville. For all your sides, there is Nationwide. This is WVOW Logan.
26.9 seconds to go in the third quarter. Mingo Central up 56-50.
And this has been a heck of a ball game. Again,
it's going to go down the wire. Yeah,
I keep saying that, but, man, this has been a fun one. And this is just the first sectional game we've got, Joe. We got another one right after.
Wow. I don't know if I can stand any more excitement.
They pay us to do this.
Don't tell everybody that. There'll be people lined up to try to take our jobs. So here we go. The Hillbillies will inbound it across the way.
If they can put up with Chris Kidd, more power to them.
Yeah, he just showed up. Here we go. Caleb Blevins with the ball into the hands of Toller. Toller out toward midcourt. He'll bounce it around. He'll go one-on-one defensively with Devin Hatfield. Now they'll work it around the horn. Caleb Blevins with a 3 attempt. It will not go off the back of the rim.
Oh, nice rebound.
What a rebound over there and it's going to be a foul. Off Jackson Tackett. I mean, he stretched all he could out there and got the ball in his fingertips, pulled it in. And the foul will be charged against Ethan Evans. That'll be his first personal for the Mingo Central.
And Mingo's now 1 away from the bonus, and Tackett with that rebound. Man's got a chance here to cut it to within 4 or maybe even 3. With 5 seconds left.
Cozart will inbound it. They get it into the hands of wow, what a shot, and it will go into the hands of Austin Ball for 2. And that's the end of the third quarter play. The score, Mingo Central 56 to Man Hillbillies 52. We'll take a quick break. We'll be back after this. You're listening to Hillbilly Basketball on WVOW, West Virginia's premier sports station and video productions. What's happening, Cat? We go, the final quarter of play underway. Mingo up by 4. Man has control of the ball to begin the quarter. Over to Cozart to the left. Cozart going to the basket. He stops. Little one-hander. It'll not go. Rebound Mingo Central and a whistle.
They're going to call a foul. Yeah, they're calling a foul, not a tie-up.
It's going to go against Christian Toller. That's his first.
I'll tell you what a tight one we got here, 56-52, 7:40 to go in the ball game. Yeah.
Here we go. Mingo Central's Drew Hatfield controls the ball. Over to Devin across the way, all the way across the floor to Jackson on the near side. Back out to the top of the key, near half court for Drew Hatfield. He'll take a couple dribbles, kicks it over to Devin. They'll bring it back outside as the Billies go one-on-one defense.
They've got Toller.
Jackson kicks it over the corner to Devin Hatfield. It will be short, and Hatfield will get his own rebound. He'll come inside the three-point line for 2.
And Tackett couldn't get his hand on the rebound there, Tackett couldn't. Hatfield got it.
Toller controls it for the Hillbillies. Over to the right to Caleb Blevins. Blevins with a 3 out of nowhere. It's going to be short. Oh. And a man alive, no whistle. There was a lot of rough play under the basket. And T.J. Blevins not happy at all that he didn't get a foul call on that one.
Yeah, looked like a box out, and somebody just landed solid. And now they're trying to shadow both Hatfield brothers.
Mingo Central has it. Toller trying to back up Drew Hatfield. Hatfield trying to put on a little exhibition, and he would go short, and his shot would not go. Rebound Hillbillies. Here comes Ball with the ball. Down the floor, they get it into Christian Toller. He'll step back, kicks it over to Austin Ball on the outside. Ball will go in, and it's stripped by Drew Hatfield. Hatfield goes one-on-one to Caleb Blevins. He'll outrun him. He'll lay it up off the glass for 2.
Yeah, if there's one thing you're not doing, it's catching Drew Hatfield. You are not going to catch Drew Hatfield on a breakaway.
And Coach T.J. Blevins will call a timeout after they fall 8 points behind. It'll be a full timeout. We'll step aside. Score Mingo Central 60, Man 52. This is Hillbilly Basketball on WVOW, West Virginia's premier sports station and video productions.
You need to see a doctor fast? At Logan Regional Medical Center Primary Care Walk-In Clinic, we know your time is valuable. Our new facility is designed to provide patients with the opportunity to walk in and quickly be seen by the doctor without having to make an appointment. We are open Monday through Thursday from 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. at 384 Airport Road in Chapmanville. For more information, please call 304-239-8090.
Peyton, what are we doing here?
Welcome to Peytonville. Nationwide helps protect everything you see in here, Brad. Every family, every business, even Mrs. Hoffman's dream of retiring to become a yoga instructor.
Oh, they have backstories.
Here, I got more to show you.
Six minutes, 10 seconds to go in the ball game. Mingo Central up 60-52 with the Man Hillbillies. Man will inbound it, and they'll heave one down the floor, and it's going to be intercepted by the Mingo Central Miners. Here comes Drew Hatfield, still in the backcourt. He'll cross the midcourt stripe. He'll go one-on-one with Adams.
That was not what the Hillbillies needed, Joe.
No, absolutely not. Back and forth they go. Here goes Drew Hatfield. He's going for the basket, and he'll get the little one-handed layup for two.
Took it through traffic, too, and it's back to a 10-point ball game. This is the biggest lead for Mingo Central in probably the second half.
Adams with the ball. Here comes Toller into the paint. He loses it, and it'll go out of bounds, and it should be Mingo Central ball.
I think they're calling a foul on Mingo Central. They did. They called a foul on 30.
That'll be against Devin Hatfield, his second.
And that'll be the one-on-one.
Coach Blevin having a little confrontation here, conversation, we'll call it.
He's just asking if he's going to be at church in the morning.
Yeah, right. And at the line, it is a Toller. He'll make the first one.
Caleb and TJ Blevins having that conversation. Jessica, I'm sorry for that ride home.
And he'll score the second one as well. 6-point game.
Of course, if they win, it'll all be okay.
Here come the Miners. Drew Hatfield across midcourt. And he's trying to find a hole. The lane is wide open. He just can't get there. Good job by Adams on defense. Here comes Jackson. He'll come out and he'll kick it over to the corner to Devin Hatfield. It's going to be, bounces off the rim 3 times. Oh!
Foul on ball over the back.
Ball went straight up, but he'll still be charged with the foul. That's his first.
Yeah, and that one was close again, Joe. That one could have went either way.
Jeremiah Harless checks back in for the Hillbillies. 5:04 to go in the ball game. 6-point lead by Mingo Central. Mingo Central trying to inbound it. They finally get it into Ethan Evans. Evans in the corner, and it's stolen. It's ball still rolling around. It's going to go out of bounds, and it's going to be Man Hillbilly basketball.
Well, how about that effort from Cozart, as Cozart was doing his best to try to get the ball, and it ended up going off of Mingo Central out of bounds.
We'll have the replay on video production. Then.
Here we go.
Or not. Here we go.
It's a fast-moving game.
Yes, it is. Toller gets it. Oh, and it's deflected away by Mingo Central. Man will keep it.
Well, Harless tried to.
Here goes the replay on video productions over there. The ball, little collision over there across the way in front of the Mingo Central cheering section. And they do have it sectioned off where the sign's up for your fans. Here goes Toller for a 3, and it goes.
Clutch shot from Christian Toller.
5 points here in the final quarter. Mingo quickly. Devin Hatfield with a 12-foot jumper, and it goes over, and it's ball on the rebound. Here comes the Billies once again. It is a 5-point game. Caleb Levin thought about it from three-point land. He'll go for the two-pointer off the back of the rim. It'll not go. Mingo Central with the rebound. Here comes Devin Hatfield. Down to the corner to May. May will go all the way. A whistle and a block. He did not get his feet set. Christian Toller was trying to take the charge, but he couldn't get set. That'll be his second personal.
Yeah, and I don't think he was there in time. And a couple of fans from Mingo Central wanted the bucket to count, but I don't think that bucket was going in.
Going to the free throw line will be Nathan May. He'll get 2 shots. First shot is good.
And that's just the 4th team foul for Man. So if they get into a fouling situation, Joe, They may have to get a few more fouls before they can get into that foul area here later in the game. But, of course, a couple shots from Man, they're back in the game.
63-57. His second shot is good. 64 now to 57, a 7-point game. Peyton Adams with the ball, and a three-point shot from the corner by Blevins, and it will fall. And timeout, Man.
And that brings it back to 4, Joe. Man, what a game.
It's going to be a full timeout. We'll step aside real quick. 4:09 to go in the ball game. The score, Mango 64, Man 60. This is Hillbilly Basketball on WVOW, West Virginia's premier sports station and video productions.
Kinzel Law Office is a local firm located at 36 Adams Street in Chapmanville. Rob Kinzel has been practicing law in Logan County for over 15 years and is dedicated to providing quality legal representation for personal injury, criminal defense, and family law for individuals and families throughout southern West Virginia. Call Kinzel Law Office today to set up your free consultation. Rob Kinzel, quality legal services close to home.
Most people think that after an accident, you'll have to pay $500 for your deductible. The truth, at Allstate, you could pay $0. Allstate gives you $100 off your deductible the day you sign up. Then another $100 off every year you don't have an accident. Let the good hands reward your safe driving with a deductible that goes away. Now that you know the truth, are you in good hands?
Back in Chapmanville after the timeout, Man took the ball the length of the floor, and they went in, and there was a whistle. I believe there was a foul.
Yeah, Drew Hatfield's going to the line.
That's going to be charged against Jeremiah Harless. That's his fourth personal for the Hillbillies. Here we go. Hatfield at the line. First free throw is no good.
And Coach Blevins is having a conference right now.
Yeah, but it's not going to change a thing. Hatfield going for the second shot. Up and good.
Well, 1 of 2. And it's a 5-point ball game, and we're halfway through the fourth. 65-60, Mingo Central leads Man.
4 minutes to go. Peyton Adams controls the ball for the Man Hillbillies. He'll come across the way, get it over to the right to Toller, back to Adams. Here goes Harless. He'll go for the jumper off the glass for 2 rather.
And it's back down to a 3-point ball game, Joe.
Here goes Jackson for Mingo Central. He'll get it back in the hands of Drew Hatfield. Hatfield, his shot will not go. Back to Jackson. After the rebound, over to May, back out to Devin Hatfield. And Hatfield will back out and try to reset the play for the Miners.
Good recovery defense by Man there.
Here goes Devin Hatfield driving the paint. Jumper at the free throw line will not go. Rebound over there by Caleb Blevins. Here come the Billies.
Man can cut it to 1 or tie here.
Blevins over to the corner, 2, and it's going to be short. That went to Toller. His three-point attempt was no good. Rebound Mingo Central, controlled by Drew Hatfield.
Man's got to get a stop, Joe.
Hatfield over to May. May takes a couple bounces across the way to the other May. Now it's going to be Drew Hatfield, and we'll have a whistle as he goes to the board.
And Hatfield's going back to the line.
And it's going to be, did they say 35?
I think that's on Harless.
That'll be
5.
his 5. That's number 5.
And the natives are very upset.
And it will be Jackson Tackett checks him back in as Hatfield goes to the line for his 2 free throws. First one is no good.
And Drew Hatfield's left quite a few points at the line here in the fourth.
He has missed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 free throws tonight.
Those are big misses.
And he usually don't miss.
Oh, yeah, he's normally automatic.
And the second one will fall. 66-62, 4-point game. Here comes the Hillbillies.
Feels like the Billies just can't quite get under that 4-point mark and stay there.
Adams calls it out, dribbles down over to the right to Caleb Blevins for 3 off the front of the rim. Rebound Rebound by Austin Ball. He'll go to the glass and is fouled by Jackson.
And Ball going to the line now, and he can cut this game to 2.
That'll be I'm sorry, go ahead.
With 2:37 left.
That'll be Jackson's third foul of the ball game.
And now man is only 1 foul away from the 1-and-1.
And it will fall for Austin Ball. He'll make the first one. 66-63, 2:37 to go in the game. Second shot is up, and it will go as well.
Automatic, and now Ball is going to get up and pressure the ball.
2-point game. It's going to be man-to-man defense, full court pressure by. Woo! That was coming like a bullet, and it's stolen by the Hillbillies. Here they go into the corner to Toller, and it's stripped out of bounds by Devin Hatfield, and man will retain the control of the ball.
Well, Devin Hatfield knocked the ball out of bounds, but Toller would have had a wide open 3 if he didn't. So good defensive play from Devin Hatfield as man is looking to either tie or take the lead here. And nice full court defense.
Man will inbound it right in front of their bench. Trying to get it outside. They bounce pass it into Austin Ball. He'll go to the glass. It rolls around and falls in. We have a tied ball game.
We're all knotted up, Joe.
Here comes the Miners quickly down the floor, and Stan Elkins wants to take a timeout. As this one's tied up with 2:20 to go, it's 66. It will be a full timeout. We'll take a timeout as well. This is Hillbilly Basketball on WVOW, West Virginia's premier sports station and video productions.
Venture on during the President's Day event at Thornhill CDJR. Winter SUV deals are here with up to $6,900 off 2020 Jeep Gladiator Rubicon, $8,500 off 2019 Jeep Wrangler Unlimited Sahara, and 2019 Jeep Compass Sun and Fun, $23,543.
Evans Funeral Home and Cremation Services, founded in 1975 by Riley Joe Evans, is a full-service funeral provider. And 2020 makes it 45 years of offering services that respect all faiths, personal preferences, and financial considerations. They're the only funeral home in Boone, Lincoln, and Logan with its own crematory. Contact Evans Funeral Home and Cremation Services at 304-855-3232 or visit www.evans-funeral-home.com or like Evans Funeral Home and Cremation Services on Facebook to see their updated obituary information.
This President's Day, shop Thornhill Ford Lincoln. Bring in your tax refund and put that new Ford in your driveway. Featuring 0% for $72 on new F-150 trucks. With up to $10,750 off new 2019 Ford F-150 XLT Group Cab, $39,973.
Here we go, the final 2 minutes, 18 seconds. Mingo Central inbounds it after the timeout. They get it inside the top of the key. They're going to try to get it in, and a tie. Good job by Ball out there. Drew Hatfield has it over on the far side. They get it out to Devin Hatfield. He's wide open and didn't take the shot.
I'm stunned he didn't shoot
I am
that.
too. He'll back up. He's trying to find an open hole in the lane.
And they've switched Ball onto Hatfield. They need to switch that back. Need to get Tackett back on Hatfield. I don't know if Ball can stick with him.
Here we go. Over to the right side to Devin Hatfield from brother Drew. Back out to May. Trying to find, now they get it into the hands of Drew Hatfield across the way.
What defense from the
Hatfield
Hillbillies.
Backs it out. Jackson in to the corner to May. He'll take a couple of dribbles. He'll try, and it's stolen by Peyton Adams. Man, Hillbillies has control of the ball. They get it into the hands of Toller, into the hands of Cozart, or actual correction, Austin Ball. They'll take the lead with 1:23 to go in the game. Here goes Hatfield down the floor, almost uncontested, and he'll take it off the glass.
What a shot over Ball from Hatfield.
To top, back up at 68. Here comes Man. 1:11 to go in the game.
If you're Man, I'd hold it as long as you can.
Peyton Adams has it. They'll slow it down, try to get it set up into the hands of Ball. Back to Adams, back to Blevins. Blevins trying to make something happen. He throws it up and a block, and it'll be a foul charged against Josh Wellman.
And that'll send Blevins to the line to shoot two. And sorry for stepping on you,
That's
Joe.
all right. I know it's exciting ball game.
We're fired up. It's a good ball game. What a way to kick off the Region 4 Section 2 sectionals.
Caleb Blevins will go to the line to shoot two. First one up and good as Man retakes the lead 69-68.
You could hear a pin drop when that ball left his hands.
Blevins at the line to try to cushion it up there. Under a minute to go. It will not fall. 1 point game. Here comes the Miners. Drew Hatfield with control of the ball. Quickly they bring the ball down. He's going to go to try to make something happen. He thinks better of it, brings it back out to near half court. He's just a foot off the line.
They're going to hold for one. Mingo is going to run the clock. They're going to run it down. They're going to call timeout, and they're going to go for one shot to win the game.
And now they call timeout with 38 seconds to go. We are going to keep it here.
Absolutely.
Regardless, it's a full timeout, but we will keep it here as this game is, Man leads it 69-68, back and forth here in the late stages of this one. Man tied it up at 66. And we saw this in the making early in the ball game.
When Man got the game, they were down 15-0 to start this ball game. They've been clawing to get back in it, get back in it, get back in it. They finally get the lead in the fourth quarter, the first lead of the ball game. Now they're up by 1, 37 seconds left, and a date with Chapmanville on the line for Tuesday evening to the winner of this one. So, man alive, what a ball game. And
Man Hillbillies coming into this game 17-5, ranked number 10 in the AA AP poll. I can't figure that out. Man lost the game. Scott won a couple big games, and Scott dropped to 13. Man jumps back up to 10.
Joe, at the end of the year, it doesn't even matter.
It doesn't. You're right. It doesn't. It really doesn't. It's just a lot of water cooler talk.
Absolutely, but it doesn't matter come sectional and regional time. You can throw it out the window.
Here we go. 37.8 seconds to go.
This is the
man up by 1.
This is the pressure cooker, Joe.
Here we go. Devin Hatfield will inbound it for. They have to throw it all the way deep in the backcourt. Here comes May with the ball. He'll go one-on-one with Caleb Blevins. May will take it to the far side. Drew Hatfield tries to come out. He'll take the jumper at the free throw line. It will not go. Rebound, Mingo Central. Actually, the ball is stolen. Now it's rebounded by Caleb Blevins. It's loose on the floor. Drew Hatfield's open. Now they get it into the hands of Jackson. 18 seconds. Drew Hatfield for the three. It will not go. Rebound, Peyton Adams. Here they come down the floor. And Adams is fouled in the backcourt. Man is pumped. You can hear the excitement.
Be as pumped as you want. This game is far from over.
Did you see who they called the foul against?
I didn't see. Foul on number 0, Joe.
That is Jackson. That is his 4th personal.
And that'll be the bonus, and I think it's double bonus.
Yes, it is. Adams at the line. Up by 1. Adams' first shot will not go.
That's huge. That is huge.
He will get a second shot.
Now, if you're Adams, and man, you want this one to go so badly.
10 seconds. Man up by 1. Adams, second shot is good. Up by 2. Here comes the Miners. They'll inbound it. Full court pressure by the Billies. Clock now starts ticking. May has it deep in the backcourt. Here comes Devin Hatfield down the ball quickly, trying to make something happen for the Miners. He'll step back. He throws he's one off. It's a block, or it's off the back. No, and the game's over. The Man Hillbillies had defeated the Mingo Central Miners by a score of 70-68. Oh, my goodness gracious. What a night to be a Hillbilly. Wow.
What a ball game. What a ball game, Joe. My goodness. Oh, my goodness. Unbelievable.
And you can hear these Man Hillbilly fans. I bet the rafters were moving 4 inches up and down at the buzzer. The final score, the Man Hillbillies 70, the Mingo Central Miners 68. After jumping out to a 12-point lead in the first quarter, the Hillbillies continually to inch their way back and back and back. And they finally pick up the victory. They will advance on to round number 2. They will take on the Chapmanville Tigers at Logan on Tuesday night at 7:30. We will step aside for a 2-minute break. We will come back and wrap this one up before we get ready for game number 2. Final score, the Man Hillbillies 70, the Mingo Central Miners 68. You are listening to Hillbilly Basketball on WVOW, West Virginia's premier sports station and video productions.
No regrets. If only she'd parked in a garage. If only they had the chimney cleaned. If only they had Erie Insurance. Erie is seriously good insurance that treats you fairly and goes above and beyond to make you feel like your auto or home mishap never happened. at rates that'll save you as much as the other guys. So get a quote from Erie today. Because whatever your regrets in life, your insurance company shouldn't be one of them.
As I was coming up the hill, the woman come into my lane and hit me head on.
She was from out of town driving her boyfriend's rental car on a suspended license.
Steering wheel airbag, everything went off, and I mean, it just tore me up pretty good.
We know the law, did the research, and Joe got paid.
They didn't just treat me like, well, you're just another client. No, they treated me more like family. They did a lot, more than I ever thought they could do.
Farmer Klein & Campbell is the way to go. Call 252-5990.
And we're back here on WVO.
I'm your 70-pound St. Bernard puppy, and my lack of impulse control is about to become your problem.
No, come on. I saw you eating poop earlier. My focus is on the road, and that's saving me cash with DriveWise. Get ready for Thornhill Ford Lincoln's President's Day sales event with huge presidential savings on our entire lineup. Get more than $4,600 off 2020 Ford Escape SE, now $26,438. All tax refunds good here. Drive 2020 like a Ford with Thornhill.
Back in Chapmanville, the Hillbillies come from behind to knock off the Mingo Central Miners to advance to round 2 in this Region 4 Section 2 game tonight. Quickly, let's look at the scoring. Leading the scoring for the Mingo Central Miners, Drew Hatfield with 30. Devin Hatfield with 23. And the rest of the players were in single digits for the Man Hillbillies. Leading scorer and player of the game, Caleb Blevins. Austin Ball with 19. Christian Toller comes off the bench for 15. We'll step aside for a 1-minute break. We'll come back and wrap up our coverage of this game between the Man Hillbillies and Mingo Central Miners. Final score, Man 70, Mingo Central 68. You're listening to Hillbilly Basketball on WVOW and Video Productions.
Thornhill and drive home your new Mitsubishi for less with special pricing for everyone on remaining 2019 models. Get in with last call savings on brand new Mitsubishi models as low as $11,115, like this 2019 Mirage G4, over $8,000 in total savings.
Evans Funeral Home and Cremation Services, founded in 1975 by Riley Joe Evans, is a full-service funeral provider. And 2020 makes it 45 years of offering services that respect all faiths, personal preferences, and financial considerations. They're the only funeral home in Boone, Lincoln, and Logan with its own crematory. Contact Evans Funeral Home and Cremation Services at 304-855-3232 or visit www.evans-funeral-home.com or like Evans Funeral Home and Cremation Services on Facebook to see their updated obituary information.
The adventure starts now. Go Thornhill and drive home a brand new Mitsubishi SUV today with ultimate savings on 2019 Outlander, $9,700 off, and 2019 Outlander PHEV, $8,400 off. New SUVs waiting for you. Thornhill Mitsubishi has what you're looking for.
We are back. Final score tonight. The Man Hillbillies knock off the Mingo Central Miners by a score of 70-68. And as we wrap up our coverage, Nathan, take it away.
Time for our Temp Control Hot Hand of the game, brought to you by Temp Control of Chapmanville. And tonight's hot hand goes to Caleb Blevins. He will also be our Farmer Klein & Campbell player of the game, as he finished with 23 points and was just absolutely on fire in the second quarter when the Billies needed it. Caleb Blevins is our Farmer Klein & Campbell player of the game on Video Productions. And here on WVOW, he's our Temp Control Hot Hand of the game. And this winter, if you want your home to be as comfortable as possible, call Stuart Trickler and Roland Mullins at Temp Control of Chapmanville, 304-855-5200.
Well, Nathan, I've called a lot of basketball games in my time, and that's probably one of the most exciting games I've called in a long, long time. Any quick thoughts as we wrap this one up and get ready for game number 2?
Great ball game. Enjoyed it. Let's catch our breath, come back for the next one, and we'll see all you Man fans. We'll see you Tuesday in Logan for the sectional game against Chapmanville.
Thanks to Joe Mounts, our producer here online, cameraman Aaron Stone, Terry Buckalow and crew back at the station. And if you want to follow the Scott Skyhawks versus the Lincoln County game, you can tune over to 101.9 WVOW. It'll also be on 92.5 WZAC in Madison and on video productions, as well as WVOWradio.com. For Nathan Bush, I'm Joe Linville. Final score tonight, the Man Hillbilly 70, the Mingo Central Miners 68. We'll be back with more after this. Hillbilly basketball on WVOW, West Virginia's premier sports station.